Candidates are seated in the rotation as they go. So beginning with opening statements of 2 minutes, seat 1 will begin.
Thank you. I'd like to first thank Chamber of Commerce in Sedona here for putting us on, and also the League of Women Voters that they went through the work to bring us all here. I think that's whatever, so that's a thing that we got to respect and appreciate all the effort you put into it. First off, my name is Dave Bolland. I lived in Sedona now 51 years. I've had a wonderful career here in Sedona and still maintaining my career here in the development of land and home building. I enjoyed my whole life here. I raised a family here. I had 2 beautiful children. I have now 2 beautiful grandchildren. They do not live here in Sedona, but they came from here one way or another, you could say. I ran for the Sedona Fire Board for a reason that I felt like I could do and make a difference. And I feel like I have. We have maintained the budget that was approved. We had not touched 1 red cent of the contingency. The reserves were in place when the budget was approved, and we not have touched that. I'm quite proud of the fact that the hard work we did during the process with the board and the staff that was working with us to get this in a true fashion of a good place to maintain the health, safety, and welfare. That we have not touched 1 fireman or 1 EMS. They are the same amount of people that when we took position, and I'm quite proud of that. Thank you very much.
Hello. Thank you very much for the honor to speak here tonight. My name is Justin Paffrath. And my roots begin in Grand Forks, North Dakota, but I was raised in west central Minnesota. I grew up in the best of 2 worlds with lake living and fishing and skiing, and also on the ranch horseback riding and hunting. My professional background is the family diamond jewelry business. Also, I've excelled in the food and beverage industry, from bussing tables, bartending, and general management. I have done everything in a restaurant except own one. Furthermore, I have been a licensed realtor since the age of 19, and years ago became an independent broker with involvement in dual agency transactions, fiduciary duties, investment, property management, and ownership. I have excelled in those fields. My heart is in Arizona. All my life, I've been visiting the valley almost once a year. I've lived in Scottsdale. I still have family in Fountain Hills. My wife and I enjoy it very much here in Sedona. We live in the village of Oak Creek, and we were very excited for the birth of our first child in September. Mazel Tov.
Working for the benefit of the community has been a long, important cause to me. It's a consistent part of my life as I grew up in Tucson, Arizona. I hold a bachelor's degree in education from the University of Arizona and a master's degree in administration from Arizona State. I have served as an elected member and then president of the Madison School Board in Phoenix. Subsequently, I was honored by the appointment of the Phoenix mayor to serve on a city commission for the construction of the 51 freeway. After teaching over 16 years, I was called into the private sector by working for Scholastic. During my 17 years of managing sales and service for all of Arizona, I was required to understand multi-million-dollar budgets and work effectively within fiscal constraints. I also represented Scholastic before the State Department of Education and the Arizona State Legislature. As a longtime Sedona District resident, I have been actively involved in civic leadership since 1994. My consistent attendance at the board meetings has led me to aspire to take on the challenge of again serving the community. I have publicly addressed the current fire board about their repeated violations of open meeting laws, illegal practices of overspending of public funds, and ongoing disrespect for the public and democratic process. My many years of experience of representing people qualifies me to serve as a responsible fire board member. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to reintroduce myself as a candidate. I am Phyllis Eric. I have been a board member for just over a year. I ran for the board because I felt I could make a commitment to the taxpayers to serve them to the best of my ability. I feel I have not strayed from my convictions. During this year, we have faced opposition from what I consider a small but loud portion of the community, a small group who choose to be blind to the facts and stay committed to their agenda. Even with the opposition, I believe we've been able to accomplish some of our goals, with many more to go. I feel that we have reached a new chapter with the hiring of Chief Kazian, and I hope and expect in the future a cohesive environment between the chief, the board, and the public. Thank you.
Hello, I want to welcome you here tonight and thank you for coming. And also thank the Chamber of Commerce and the League of Women Voters for holding this forum. I'm Cooperman, and I'm running against Phyllis Eric, one of our current board members who's been recalled. There are many reasons why I'm running, but the most important one to me is that I have become increasingly concerned and even alarmed that the actions of our current board are threatening the quality of our emergency services. I'm a registered nurse, and it is with this perspective and knowledge base that my concern has grown. I hold a bachelor's degree in nursing. My medical knowledge will prove useful when serving on the board because over 80% of the calls are for medical emergencies. I have held management positions in hospitals, including overseeing a substantial budget. So I will bring both leadership and budgeting skills to the board. In addition, I've taken a strong interest in our fire department, attending many meetings, and also I've had the privilege of serving on a very special committee last year that investigated in detail the department's budget, staffing needs, equipment and vehicle issues, and current response times. I will be able to hit the ground running and serve you with a professional and fiscally responsible approach. Thank you.
Good evening. I would also like to thank the Chamber and the League of Women Voters for this evening's opportunity. Over 2 years ago, I applied for the fire chief's position for the Sedona Fire District. Out of 52 candidates in an assessment process, I was selected and served 2 years with the Sedona Fire District. Let me remind you, the selection process I was involved in at that time only cost $10,000. The recent selection of the new chief by these 3 recalled members was $40,000 because they failed to utilize HR consultant. I am currently the fire chief for the Verde Valley Fire District, utilizing 28 years experience in the fire service, 8 of which I have held the position of fire chief. Let me also say that I'm still a resident of the Sedona Fire District. My employment with the Verde Valley Fire District and running as a SFD board member is not a conflict, and my decision was supported by my governing board. My decision was based solely on my concerns as a citizen of Sedona, of the district. I am consistently demonstrating authentic leadership, standing behind the foundation of integrity, and I am committed to professionalism. I operate on the basis of safety for the community and the firefighters. In addition, I think it is essential to engage the community in sharing the vision for the future of the Sedona Fire District. As an elected Sedona governing board member, I seek the opportunity to create cohesiveness between the fire district and the community. The challenges in the Sedona Fire District are unique in geographics as well as demographics, both of residents and up to 4 million visitors. It is critical to maintain a well-managed fire district to support the challenges of keeping our residents, visitors, and firefighters safe. As a governing board member, I will work within the defined roles and responsibilities of a governing board in establishing the budget with continuous cost savings and cost containment initiatives, and will empower the fire chief to lead and manage the district. My motivation as an SFD board member includes establishing fiscal stability and stop all the excessive spending, like the unnecessary $90,000 audit and the $120,000 plus legal fees. Protect our professional services, to work within the limits of authority, and to govern with transparency. I'm asking for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.